Hi everyone, I'm Lucy McRae, the CEO of The Freedom Story, here to give you a little bit of an update on how we're doing in the recovery and rebuilding phase after the flooding that we experienced in September and October. Firstly, I want to say a huge thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart. Thank you for your incredible generosity over the last few months. It means so much to us that you would support us to be able to respond to this emergency in our community and to be able to support so many people through this incredibly devastating period. In September, we saw the worst flooding that Chiang Rai has seen in 100 years. Worst in my lifetime, the worst in your lifetime, unlike anything that we have ever seen and that most people have ever seen. And we're used to here, some rain and a little bit of flooding to some extent, but this really was devastating. It wiped out entire communities in parts of town and impacted almost the entire of Chiang Rai province. Government estimates show that 56,000 households were impacted. Some of you will know my house was impacted. My roommate and I made it out with our backpack each, our passports, and our dogs, and that's basically it. Some 10,000 people that live along the border, some of the poorest people in Thailand, people that are incredibly vulnerable, are potentially going to be displaced from their homes permanently. Beyond that, there were 37 schools that were damaged, some of which were closed and have only very recently reopened. All of the bridges that go through town in Chiang Rai were impacted, and the devastation was incredibly far-reaching and incredibly difficult for people to bounce back from. But your generosity made it possible that we could recover and respond in the emergency phase really quickly. Our team was amazing, bringing together over 2,500 hot meals for people as they dug their homes out from the mud. Our team was on the ground helping people dig out from the mud. I was digging my house out. People were helping me with my house. We were ensuring our students had safe and secure places to live. We distributed almost 500 survival packs for people, giving them the basic necessities that they need in that emergency phase in order to stay safe and secure and to have stability. As we now look to the long-term recovery phase, we know that it could take months and even years for people to recover from this disaster. It impacted everyone from folks living in the city to people living rurally in the mountains who experienced mudslides. And we know that vulnerability now will increase as traffickers take advantage of vulnerable people after natural disasters. We have identified over 300 of the most vulnerable people in the community, and we are supporting them with what they need to rebuild their homes and rebuild their lives. We're working with 10 local schools across 4 districts to help them rebuild their schools and ensure that they have what they need to open and welcome students back into their environments once again. We're also, for some of our families, renovating their houses, rebuilding their houses, even for some of them, building new houses whose houses have been washed away in mudslides and in landslides. We are incredibly thankful for your generosity. We can't do the work that we want to do and the work that we need to do without you. We know that trafficking is going to increase as a result of this disaster. Already this week, there was someone arrested here in Chiang Rai province for trafficking 5 girls in a local karaoke bar. We know that people whose entire annual income was resting on their rice crop, which was wiped out from the flooding, are going to be so vulnerable. Their options are take on more debt to try to rebuild their agriculture or take on a risky job. And we know that these risky jobs result in trafficking. I've heard from young people and I've heard from parents that they are thinking about and making the difficult decision to pull their children out of school because they have no other option. We want to be there to respond to this need and to ensure that these children have what they need to stay in school and to stay safe from the traffickers that we know are waiting to take advantage of them. And because of your generosity, because of your partnership and support, we are able to do that. So thank you so much. And I hope you know just how much all of your support means to me, to our Freedom Story team, and to the students and families that we support. We are incredibly, incredibly thankful for you. And together, we are bringing hope to families and to children here in Chiang Rai. Take care.